Hey traders, Akil here, and welcome back to another episode of the Trading Coach Podcast, one of the fastest Forex trading podcasts out there. In today's episode, we're going to talk a little bit about the process in which I break down a price chart. So giving you guys a little bit of an inside look at my mindset and kind of how the wheels turn every time I dig into a price chart. But I want to start things off by just saying a big thank you for all of the support. I probably mentioned this before, but each and every week we are growing the show. We are getting more and more downloads. You guys are doing a better job of sharing and supporting, and I love it. I just want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. Now, one thing I've been doing lately is encouraging traders and encouraging listeners, traders, investors, those looking to be entrepreneurs, anyone that's interested in success and some motivation. I've been encouraging you guys to take the 10 episode challenge, which means we're on about episode 85 right now. So go back, pick any 10. It could be the first 10, it could be the last 10, it could be some random 10 in the middle, but pick 10 episodes and see if you like the content of the show. And if you do, make sure you subscribe. And well, traders have been doing this and they've been shooting me messages letting me know what their favorite episode has been. One trader just told me today, whatever stage you're at in your trading journey, you have to listen to these podcasts. Akil makes more sense than a cold beer on a hot day. After listening to the podcast episode titled 5 Steps to Success. There was another one the other day. A guy said, "Hey Akil, been listening through your Trading Coach podcast on Spotify. Episode 69, Trade Like a Heavyweight Champion, was to me your best episode. The analogy was excellent. Thanks for sharing the knowledge." So here's what I want you to do. Whether you are new to the show, whether you are a frequent listener, let me know your favorite episode, right? Shoot to me over the interwebs, right? The Twitter, the Instagram, the Facebook, wherever you message me at, right? Shoot me a message. Let me know what your favorite episode is. That way I can recommend that episode to those new traders taking the 10 episode challenge and really kind of give them the best of the best content. So you do that for me. We'll keep coming back with more fantastic episodes. Again, today we're going to look at really the process in which I go through breaking down a price chart and the mental side of really not the mental side, but the routine that I use to start my trading day. And remember, if you guys are interested in seeing more of that on a different level, obviously the podcast is great, but it's even better to become hands-on with me. Make sure you take advantage of our 14-day trial over at tier1trading.com. That is the educational company that I plug every once in a while here on the Trading Coach podcast. But seriously, we have a 14-day trial. It allows you to get inside our live room. It allows you to network with our trading community. It allows you to take our emergence training course where you can kind of take what you've heard in this podcast and actually put it to the charts. It gives you software. It gives you a whole bunch of other things that are awesome that are going to push your trading in the right direction. And it's only $1. So there's no rebill. You're not locked into anything like that. Just sign up, get better over a 14-day period, and progress in your trading journey. All right. So without further ado, check out today's episode.
Mark says, what are you looking at as you scan each time frame? I am looking to perform analysis. And that's a very good question. The answer you probably expect is I'm looking for trading opportunities. I am looking to perform analysis. Are you familiar with our IPDE process, Mark? Identify, predict, decide, execute. Okay. So that's the process that I go through when I go through time frames. So on the higher time frames, I look to identify and I look to predict. So I simply ask myself, Akil, what is happening on this chart? And I look through it, I do my analysis, I look at structure, I look at recent price movement, and I say, hey, this has happened on this chart. And then I say, Akil, based on what has happened on the chart, based on what you have identified, what do you predict to happen next? And then I go ahead and I start making predictions. So I say, okay, well, I see this higher high, higher close, for example. Well, I know, right, by my rules of analysis, a higher high, higher close is a violation of structure, a violation of resistance. If we get a higher high, higher close, then my prediction is that price is likely to continue higher. So I say, okay, well, if price is likely to continue higher, well, then where are we likely to continue higher to? And then I look at my chart, I do some more analysis, and I say, okay, well, this level of structure looks interesting, or here we have an AB equals CD pattern, here we have Fibonacci confluence, right? All the tools that we use in technical analysis. And I say, okay, well, if price action is likely to continue higher, then this is the level that we're likely to continue higher to. And because I trade on both sides of the market, I love, and this is how I tell myself, whenever I do analysis and making projections, I do a trick called think like the other trader, right? So in this scenario, if I'm projecting a move higher, I'm expecting a bullish move, correct? And I'm not talking about the chart, by the way, guys, just in general. So don't look on the chart and be like, why is he looking higher? I'm projecting a move higher, right? Now, if I'm projecting where I think price action is likely to go, what type of level do you think I'm looking for? I'm looking for a level where who is going to be interested in the markets? Hey, hey, hey. I'm looking for a level where the opposite party. So I'm looking for a level in where the bears will be interested in the market at. So I'm doing my analysis as if I were a bearish trader, right? Does that make sense, guys? So I'm saying, okay, if I were a seller, where would I be interested in the market? And this is why I think it's very important that you understand just technical analysis in general. I don't care if you want to be a trend continuation trader. I don't care if you want to be a counter trend trader. I truly believe you need to be able to do general analysis so you can think like both sides. Because even if you're a trend continuation trader, right? Guess what thinking like a counter trend trader is going to help you with? Yeah, projecting targets, right? So very, very important. So I go through that process of thinking like the other trader. I put my other hat on, I guess you can say, and I find the level in which the opposite party would be interested. So that's the second part of my prediction. Again, the first part is what is likely, or Akil, what is price likely to do now? Akil, where is price likely to go next? And then the third part of my prediction process is what? How is price likely to get there? So in that whole process, right, did I do anything with trading opportunities? Were there any moving average crosses, Bollinger Bands, Gartley patterns, right? Anything of that sort? Did you guys notice any of that stuff? No, it's just analysis, right? Just analysis. Now, that's the first half of the process. So I split up into two, IPDE, IP, right? Identify, predict. That's strictly analysis. And I'm a firm believer in that you don't look for trades, you just do analysis and the good trades will come to you. Kind of like if you live life the right way, good things will happen, right? You hold doors for ladies, you be nice to kids, right? Good things will just happen in life. It's just the process. So after I go through that process, and that's what we did on the pound Aussie earlier, to just kind of reverse your mind to thinking about that. After we go through that process, I now know exactly what I'm looking for in the market, correct? I know exactly what direction I want to be in. I know exactly where I expect the market to go, right? I am dialed in and I'm focused on looking for what we're talking about, a bullish opportunity, right? I don't care about anything bearish until we get to a different level. Right now, I'm only looking bullish. So again, that's me kiboshing all those negative thoughts about the opposite side. No paralysis by analysis. I'm only thinking about one side of the market. So now that I have that kind of dialed down and I know I want to be bullish, that's when I go down to my trading time frames and then I ask myself, what do I have in my arsenal? What's in my toolkit that will allow me to get involved in a bullish trade? And that's when you start looking through your trading plan. And depending on what type of trader you are, you may not have anything. If you're a trend continuation trader, then guess what? You're not going to be looking for any type of pullback trade. You're waiting until price gets to that higher level so you can sell again. But that's where you go through your arsenal. Can I trade trend continuation? Can I trade pullback? Can I trade head and shoulders? Can I trade this? Can I trade that? And you find a technique or a strategy that you have that allows you to be involved in that scenario. And then guess what you do after that? This is the most important part. This is where so many traders lose it. What do you do after that? After you've decided what you can use and how you want to get involved, you wait. You just wait. You wait to see if the market gives it to you. And the harsh reality is, guys, here's the harsh reality. I would say that 9 times out of 10, the market never gives you what you want. How many of you guys ever looked at a price chart? You've done this awesome analysis. You're feeling all prideful. You're calling yourself a trader. You're shooting emails. You're sharing on the chat. You're like, oh yeah, look at that analysis. Got that confluence right there. Just waiting for that pin bar reversal, baby, and I'm in. You're feeling all confident and good. You're ready to go, sitting by your computer. And then the market just never gives you what you're looking for. And you're like, oh, man. How many of you guys have been there before? Sucks, right? Stinks. But guess what, guys? That is trading. And that's what separates your successful traders from your struggling traders, right? Your successful traders, they're willing to wait through those times over and over and over again. Over and over and over again. And when that one time comes, when their prediction is actually met, they jump on it. They pull the trigger, and you have a good trade. Struggling traders, they don't have that type of patience. When the market starts reversing without giving them what they need, they try to jump on the trade. Well, Akil, I'm supposed to be waiting for this pullback in the structure and then a 3-bar reversal, but price kept going up, so I just bought it. And now they're involved in bad trades. Or they break their routines, right? They get fed up with doing analysis for a week and only getting one trade. So they're like, you know what, today I'm just going to not do it. And that one day they don't do it, that's when price action does exactly what they thought it would do. And they miss that good trade. And they come back, well, if I would have taken that trade on Tuesday, I'd be up for the week. Yeah, woulda, coulda, shoulda, but you didn't, did you? Nope. So I don't care about that sob story. Why didn't you? Oh, I slept in. Whose decision was that? If this were a real job and you slept in, would you not get fired? Would you go to your boss at a real job and be like, hey, boss, I just slept in today, so that's why I didn't come? That doesn't fly. But many traders they don't have that professional approach. But that's the process right there. You analyze, you prepare, and then you wait. That's the process. Of course, I forgot what the initial question was, but I hope that answered it. Did that answer it? Who knows what the question was? The way I go off on these rants, I'm like, well, it's like, dude, I was just asking if that was a bullish or bearish candle. Oh, okay, my bad. You do the IPD so fast in live room that sometimes new traders get lost. Yeah, and if that happens, slow me down. I'm not gonna get mad. If that happens, don't feel. And I tell you guys, I don't. I only do my introduction usually on the first day of our week. But I say, as a newer trader, it's gonna feel like you're drinking out of a fire hose because all of this is new, and you're hearing terminology, you're seeing the speed, and you're lost because it takes you so much longer to kind of grasp the information, put it into your brain, and then kind of dissect it and understand it. And by the time that happens, I'm on a different pair. But slow me down, man. Say, hey, can you say that again? But like you said, as you learn the information, and as you follow the process, you'll see that I do the same thing every day. I only do a few things, right? I look at structure, I look at price action. That's pretty much it. And it starts to slow down. You start to get more comfortable. And from my perspective, think about it like this, right? I've been trading the exact same way for the last, what, 6, 7 years. You guys that have been with me in the live room, do I ever deviate from how I trade? I do the same thing. It's pretty boring. Many of you guys know what I'm going to do before I do it. Naomi talked about the exercise earlier. Some of you guys come in and you analyze your chart and then you look at it and be like, I bet Akil's going to do this. So that's why I'm able to go through it so fast. And if you guys actually saw me do my real, I did it like on Euro Pound. If you see me do my real top-down analysis, I can look at a price chart right away. Within 10 seconds, I can tell you whether it's a chart that I need to look for today or not. I can tell you within 10 seconds whether I'm interested or not. Now I do the analysis for you guys, so you can see the process. But I've been doing this so long that I know exactly how I trade. I'm very comfortable in my skin. If you haven't noticed, I know exactly how I trade. I know exactly what I'm looking for, I should say, and I don't care about anything else that doesn't fit inside my plan. I really don't care. And you guys see it, or you see it sometimes. Like Phil's a great example, right? Phil trades crab patterns, right? Do you see how easily I dismiss it when Phil talks about crab patterns? And I don't do that to be rude. I'm not familiar with crab patterns. I mean, I know them, but I don't know them enough to teach them because I don't trade them. So I just don't care, right? I'm not looking for moving average crosses. I'm not looking for Bollinger Band rejections. I'm not using Deutschian channels, right? But yeah, I know exactly what I'm looking at, and I ignore everything else.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this episode. And don't forget, if you're interested in learning more, make sure you head over to tier1trading.com. Take advantage of that 14-day trial. Get inside the live room. We have two of them. We have a London live room. We have a New York live room. Immerse yourself in 6 hours of live trading each and every day. Immerse yourself in a daily trading video. Immerse yourself by networking with a community of both experienced and newer traders. And just take advantage of what we have to offer. Again, there's no rebill. You're not locked in. Just 14 days of greatness that's going to push your trading in the right direction. So if you guys do that, I'll see you on the platform. If not, I'll see you each and every Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Spotify, iHeartRadio, iTunes, SoundCloud, Stitcher, Castbox, everywhere that offers podcast for another episode of the Trading Coach Podcast.